First, I want to thank you for taking the time to listening to my story. This is one of what will be many follow-ups from my first video, which was titled 18 Months and Still No Diagnosis. You will hear recordings from doctor visits and from their office calls. This will include MD Anderson, Cancer Treatment Centers of America, and Emory University. I think you'll find my treatment to be in stark contrast to what they advertise to be. Without talking a lot, I want you to listen to a few recordings. I believe you'll find these to be highly unusual at best. I have a friend that has been battling cancer now for a few years and was very happy with the treatment at Cancer Treatment Centers of America in Noonan, Georgia. Highly recommended it. So after being told by Emory that I had a possible reoccurrence of cancer, I contacted Cancer Treatment Centers of America. And I was told that they do not diagnose cancer, that they only accept people with active cancer. So I was told that they would need a release of my medical records from Emory. So at that time I contacted Gary Clifford and filled out the necessary paperwork to get my records to Cancer Treatment Centers of America. Those records included the CT scan that is referenced in what you will hear in the recording you will hear shortly. Here is a copy of some of the emails where I was in contact with Gary Clifford, and this was the instructions on how to get the information from Emory to Cancer Treatment Centers of America. And I did, and I was accepted. This is a copy of my initial visit, or it was really my only visit, but the itinerary of that day. While I was there, they did blood work within about an hour. I was really impressed with what they had done. The following is from Cancer Treatment Centers of America. After I had requested an appointment with an administrator to explain to me why that after being accepted, I was sent away. They followed up with an interesting offer. Please listen to the complete recording and how many times I asked to see my scans and how something so simple they seem to be unwilling to do. You know, how would you feel about being sent out of state for medical care and not really understanding why? I contacted Gary Clifford, asking him who I needed to express my dissatisfaction with my treatment at Cancer Treatment Centers of America. On January 22nd of 2018, he called back with this information.
Hey, Rod.
Hey, Gary.
Yes, sir. So I have some good news for you. Wanted to get an update on your end because I know you kind of been looking at some options, but I got a pretty good option for you here. But you had mentioned you were looking at MD Anderson and some other options. So what's the latest on your end before I give you our opportunity?
No, go ahead. I still haven't got anything concrete. I'm still trying to figure out what my options are at this point. I have seen, I've seen y'all, I've seen Emory, I've been to Pigbon, I've seen a couple independents. So I have been bouncing all over the place. So right now we're trying to get in touch with MD Anderson. We've actually got some information, but I'm certainly interested in having options, and I'm all ears right now.
Yes, sir. So I went to work for you after we spoke last week, and I wanted to explore some of our other hospitals, and I know there's been talk of Tulsa in the past, and the challenge there is, you know, they don't have a contract with Blue Cross, but we didn't really want to get that in the way of helping you, because you've already been to our center in Georgia, and I don't know if Dr. Richmond had alluded, if anybody had alluded to Tulsa at all, but I reached out to Tulsa, and I just told them your story, and you know, a lot of times clinically, you know, sometimes our regional centers aren't the best option, but we went right to our specialists, and we have two of the best in Tulsa. And Dr. Baird, who is our neurosurgeon, he has some experience with skull-based tumors, because he has a lot of extensive training from Johns Hopkins, and he's been with us for a number of years. And we also have one of our best head and neck specialists, who's our otolaryngologist. So,
What's his name? I'm interested. Yeah, I'm so.
His name is Dr. Mons, M-O-N-S.
M-O-N-S. And how do you spell the other doctor's name?
Dr. Baird, B-A-I-R-D.
Okay.
You got Dr. Mons and Dr. Baird have already agreed to see you, and they think that they'll be able to present you with the treatment plan. So we don't know until, you know, obviously you come in and meet with the team, but they have, I think there was enough records over in Georgia that they understand your case, and they feel that it would definitely be worth your while. And we can actually fly you to Tulsa. We have our travel program, which you didn't have to use because obviously you're close enough to the center in Noonan. But to get you to Tulsa, we can fly you and a loved one to Tulsa, and we could probably get you in, you know, within the next week. We can usually move pretty quickly. And we'll pick you up at the airport there. We'll take care of your local ground transportation. I'm assuming the lodging would be the same, even though it's a return visit to one of our hospitals, but it's the first time in Tulsa. Again, I don't think you needed lodging before, but we have 150 guest rooms right on property in Tulsa, and we can put you up there. And who would be coming with you, Ron?
I have a couple of friends, a couple options. I'm not sure right now.
Okay, so whoever comes with you, you're only out of pocket for the lodging would be $25 a day. So if you're with us 3 days, it's only $75 out of pocket.
Okay. Okay.
And, go ahead.
No, you go ahead and finish it. I've got a few things written down here, so I won't forget.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just going to kind of summarize and say that with us taking care of your travel and lodging, other than the $25 a day, it makes it very easy and affordable to meet with these specialists and explore some options for you. The only thing we'd have to do is, I think it's been a while since you filled out those release forms, and what I'd like to do is email you some electronic ones, and that way, you're still at the jroncleveland@gmail.com?
Correct.
Yeah, because I had sent you an email, told you I was looking into this for you. I don't know if you got that one.
I appreciate it.
Good. I just wanted to let you know we didn't forget about you and that we were working on it. So yeah, I'm going to send these to you if you don't mind just filling them out, because I'm assuming that probably you've had some additional testing or something, you know, things have been going on since you last filled out.
Oh, there's a lot. Yeah, there's some more scans that have been done.
Yeah, so we'd like to get a copy of your latest scans, and again, that way we don't have to do any redundant testing. We're not going to start over. In fact, we'll have all the details pertaining to your diagnosis even before you get to Tulsa.
Okay. All right. So I got the main
making an exception with your insurance, I want you to feel comfortable that we're going to make it work. We'll make adjustments. And so I'd like to request a financial counselor phone call just to call you and review your benefits with you. And, they will help clarify how we can do this. Because, again, normally the reason, we're very transparent about health coverage is that we don't want to send somebody to one of our hospitals and they'll find out that if we're not contracted that you have big financial balances. But we've already reviewed your plan. It has out-of-network benefits, and we're going to find a way to make some adjustments so that you're not going to have a big financial burden to come to us.
Okay. And that all sounds really good, but before, that's going to require some traveling, and I'll be glad to do it. But before I do that, I would like to go down, y'all right here in my backyard in Noonan. I'm 20 minutes from you. I would like to go down there, and the radiologist that read the scans with Dr. Richmond, I would like for him to just go over what he saw and what he thinks needs to be done.
Yeah, I don't know that that's going to happen because I've already talked to Georgia, and Georgia is very clear that they don't feel that they have the specialist that you need. And so I think we should close the door on Georgia. I know it's local, it's close to you, but they really are being very direct and honest with you that they don't feel that they don't have any expertise with skull-based tumors. Regardless of sharing radiology reports with you, they really don't feel that they have anything to offer you as far as a treatment plan.
Right.
They don't feel that it would be a good use of your time or theirs.
Cool.
Just to be quite frank with you.
Well, and I understand all that, but what I would like, and it shouldn't take you more than 5 minutes, just to show me what he. Do you have the name of the radiologist that looked at these with Dr. Richmond? I've never met him.
I don't.
Okay, do you think you could get that and at least request that, he just kind of show me? I mean, we're talking 5 minutes, and I did pay him. So,
yeah. I mean, maybe they'd make a phone call. Maybe they discuss it with you over the phone. I can ask them.
Well, the phone won't do any good. I had Dr. Richmond come in there and give me a verbal picture of what he saw. I would like to look at the scans with the radiologist. And
I can ask, Ron. I
Yeah.
can ask, but I'm just being candid with you. When somebody comes into one of our hospitals and they feel that they don't have the team, I mean, maybe it'll make there's
No, I
something
don't
you're
want
looking.
to do anything. I'm not asking them to I don't expect them to do anything other, since I'll be traveling to Tulsa, is kind of knowing what they have seen that thinks this work needs to be done. And I just want to see what he has shown Dr. Richmond. And I don't expect them to do anything other than say, this is what we see and this is our concern. And just let me see it. And, I'm talking 5 minutes of his time.
Yeah, I can ask, but I think what's really going to be valuable is we have radiologists in Tulsa, and they work with Dr. Baird and Dr. Mons, and I think that's the winning team for you. And so spending time with a radiologist in Georgia, even though it's close to you, there maybe give you some additional peace of mind before you hop on an airplane or something. But what really matters is what the team in Tulsa can do for you.
Oh, I agree. That is the biggest part of it. But I would just like to see what they saw on the scans before I hop on the plane and go over there. And I just find that to be asking for, not a whole lot. I just, not trying to be an asshole. I appreciate the work.
No, I understand.
I just don't think I'm asking for a whole lot to meet the doctor that read these originally and show me what he saw. Like I said, I'm 25 minutes from there, and that shouldn't take 5 minutes. Say, this is what we're looking at, and this is why we this is what bothers us, and we're going to help you. I like what you've done.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't hurt to ask. I can't promise anything because I usually get from all my communications with both hospitals, George is saying, they're not a good option clinically, and
Yeah, I understand that. Okay.
saying, come on down, Ron.
Okay. All right. Okay.
But I'm here to try to advocate for you to get what you want. So if that's what you want, I'm going to try to make it happen.
That would be beautiful.
I hope we don't have to say no to you, because I know that I know logically it makes sense. It's not a big deal, but I think there's just a sense at our hospitals that if the team that's going to ultimately present a patient with a treatment plan, then they want those doctors in that hospital to spend time with you going forward.
Oh yeah, and that's exactly what I want before they get out. Certainly down there, but this has kind of disturbed me since day one, that I was never shown the scans, and never met the radiologist, yet, they sent me a bill and I paid them.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay. All right, well, again, I appreciate it, Gary. Email me what I need to fill out, and then I'll get it back to you.
Yeah, I did send that. It's all electronic, so you should have it there in a few minutes. And once you get it, and again, we have your original forms that you were kind enough to fill out, but if you could just go through and give us, anywhere you've been for testing or treatment, which includes, everything to date, then any records that are in Georgia will be transferred to Tulsa, and any additional records will be gathered. In fact, let me see, I saw an email. I think it just said that we have to gather any additional scans and such. So yeah, if you could just let us know where those are, it'll help us prepare for your visit. But it sounds like you want to wait then until you see if you can talk to a radiologist in Noonan before we schedule an appointment for you in Tulsa, correct?
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm opting out because of that. I would just be a whole lot more comfortable with committing to coming to Tulsa if I had an idea of what they are looking at, and obviously they've looked at it. If they think they can help me, they've looked at whatever scan this is, and
how about this?
This scan just shouldn't be a rare animal, and go ahead.
Here's a thought. Because it sounds like your biggest concern is not necessarily talking to the radiologist in Georgia before you go to Tulsa, but talking to a radiologist to give you a few insights before you get on a plane. So,
I want to talk to. I want to find out who the original radiologist was, and I would like for him to show me what he showed Dr. Richmond. That Dr. Richmond came in and gave me a verbal description as to what they were looking at. I would like the same radiologist to show me exactly what he showed Dr. Richmond.
Yeah, okay. Well, that would be my suggestion, to do one of two things. Either make that happen, or if they don't feel it's appropriate at this point, since we're kind of transferring care to Tulsa, then maybe I can get either Dr. Mons or Dr. Baird or one of the radiologists in Tulsa to walk you through what they're looking at. Because that's going to be just as valuable, probably more valuable, actually.
Yeah, but I understand what you're saying here. I do, and I appreciate it. But again, whoever the radiologist was, and there's a record of whoever read these scans, certainly. I mean,
yes, sir.
Yeah, there's no doubt. So, and he is 25 minutes from me, and I don't understand why that is anything but extremely simple. I'm confused.
Yeah, it's very simple. The only thing it's a matter of whether it's helpful or productive to go backwards, because we're kind of going backwards.
It would be productive in my mind. I've been 10 months out, and this is, I have kicked this around for 10 months in my head, and it would be extremely productive for me mentally, if not physically.
Yeah, I get you. Okay. Well, if it's a fair request, and I'm hoping that we can make it happen for
That'd
you.
be great. That'd be great.
All right, sir.
Okay.
We'll be in touch. We'll figure out next steps, and then we'll come out with the game plan, and hopefully you and a friend will be willing to come and see us in Tulsa, because I think that's where we're going to really make the difference for you.
Okay, that's great. And I do appreciate your work.
Yes, sir. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye for now.
Yeah, they offer me all of this after they sent me away. They say they have a treatment plan, yet they have no new medical records or no new scans. I've been told that it is fairly common for Cancer Treatment Centers of America to send patients from one hospital to another. Why, if they could do that now, why couldn't they do that originally? Why, after I asked Gary Clifford, who I need to contact to express my dissatisfaction with my treatment, did they call me back with such a good offer? Please, there are answers. Please follow and subscribe to my videos. Thanks again.